Hey, what is going on YouTube? Hey, Ron here. We are in the Brandenburg, and this is a first look video. I hope this turns into a good game, because honestly, this morning has been just a storm of terrible teammates and passive terrible teammates. And in that meta, the ship is going to do terrible. In my first couple games, I actually had a really good experience with the ship. I had an aggressive team. We pushed fairly well, and it worked out. The secondaries were banging off. I got to use the torpedoes. But if you can't use those ship's attributes, then the ship is going to be useless, in my opinion. And, you know, you got to be cautious with how you play it, but the meta of this game right now is kiting, spamming HE ships, and the Germans do not do well in that. On top of that, you have a terrible concealment, so we're going to see how these penetrations do. Hopefully they aim high, can turn in a bit. Now this is a tier 7 lobby, which the ship will, tier 6 and 7, where the ship will excel, but in legendary tier, just like most tier 7 battleships, this thing is going to have a rough time. So it looks like we have a fairly aggressive team, although we're all coming to this side of the island. I'm not sure specifically why, but yeah, we'll see what we have to do. Maybe we have to go the long way around, but if you can get in a division with this ship and coordinate your attack, you get a destroyer that pushes aggressively, and you know, a few other ships like a Hipper or something. This ship will be a lot of fun. But if you can't get that type of division, or your team is going to run away like this, then this ship is just not going to be good. Let's see what we get there. 5 overpins. The guns hit okay. I think they're 305mm or 3.5 or 310. I'm not exactly sure, but it's, you know, basically a Bismarck with torpedoes and an Odin hull. So, or a Bismarck hull with Odin gun. Sorry. So pushing in this situation would not be a smart idea, but we're going to try and see if we can work our way back around. Okay, looks like the Talon is radaring is good. A lot of focus fire headed his way. Secondary's not quite in range. We're running a mixed hybrid build here, like half secondaries, half, you know, what's it called? Dispersion and grouping and things like that. I hate not hitting what I'm shooting at. Good kill, Cleveland. We'll get a nice little blind fire going, see what we get. This ship can be fun, I don't expect it to be, I just don't want people's interpretations to be like, oh my god, this ship it's going to be the best thing ever, you know, and then they get the ship and it's not. I definitely would not buy out this campaign right away. I would get the Admiralty backing though. It can be a fun ship if you potentially spec it or play it right. There was a decent 4 pens on the broadside, slightly angled Massachusetts, so. Another. There's a few pens. The problem is this ship doesn't turn. Agility in this thing is not the best either. And herein lies the problem with this ship. All right, this Massachusetts is pushing, so we're going to go ahead and push with him. As soon as this hunk of metal gets turned around. I wonder what Hipper could do this thing. The problem is we have a kiting Atago out there, and you're not going to do anything against that except to burn down. Thanks for running into me again.
Alle Stationen, Feuer auf das Ziel konzentrieren.
3 shell hits, I'll take it. You're just not getting the alpha you really need out of a battleship. Now, obviously, the closer you get, the secondaries and torpedoes can make up for some of that, but also not the best firing angles, but you know, decent enough. Colorado took a hit. See if we can finish him off here. We'll push through aggressively. This Cleveland's going to be a problem. Yep, there it is.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
See, I just need more than that on a broadside salvo. Aim a little bit higher and try and get his casemate. He's dead. Secondary start lobbing. The only thing that the medium caliber guns should be good for is kind of yeeting cruisers like this, but just in the overpen mechanic of the game, it doesn't really allow you to do it. Hopefully this Cleveland angles though, and we can get a nice little citadel. If not, we'll push him regardless. Hopefully.
Kamerad, ich brauche Ihre Unterstützung.
Alright, I'm coming with you, bro. Let's go. I'd really like to get this cap first, but it doesn't look like it's going to be possible. There you go, Balti.
Requesting fire on the designated target.
Yeah, well, that's alright. Oh, bro, you're yeeting him. I'm guessing that was the Vanguard. That was the Talon. Aye. Yep, there's your blue tracers. Yeah, this could be a problem. Now this should be a deletion. I don't care how you look at it. This should be, yeah, 2 pens. 5 pens. I'll take the pens, but that's just a little obnoxious to me. Good work. Alright, let's charge a Gneiss now. Actually. He probably launched his torps, I'm guessing. I can't have those shells land short either, Wargaming. I just can't. Oh, that's so frustrating. It could be RNG. You could chalk that one up to RNG, but I just fucking hate shooting at something and getting one like shatter like I got. That to me just drives me over the edge. You get one shot every 26.5 seconds, and it's just, and there's the Vanguard. Yeah, we figured he torped, but it shouldn't have range. Yeah. Let's try and get this cap. If we get this cap, we probably get the win. Now let's just charge this Vanguard. All right, we got the cap. Nice. Again, two hits on 6 guns. I need more than that. I need more than that out of a ship if I'm going to play it solo. Let's say it like that. Now, of course, the fireworks, the secondaries are going off, and that's actually the best secondary hits I've had, damage-wise, in a bit. I'm guessing my first salvo missed. Blew our load a little too early. Look at that salvo. Look at that.
Feueralarm! Gegnerischer Kreuzer gesunken.
Probably gonna lose our torpedo tubes, but that's okay. Not a bad hit. Could have been better though. He's chunking us as well.
Problem gelöst.
Oof. Probably gonna go down here, but decent little, I'd like some more fires, please. There's the high caliber. There's the fancy metal. Yeah, we got chunked. Our superstructure took, your armor does take a lot of penetrations, but it's pretty tanky up close. So a decent game. decent little first look video. 100 secondary hits, 1 solo cap, 1 torp, you know, showing all the traits of the Brandenburg. Like I said, if you can get a decent team, you can position well, you will do all right in this ship, but if you get a very passive team that doesn't want to push, kind of, you know, sort of like the enemy, the red team here, then, you know, like, and we can use the Gneisenau as an example, then the ship is just not going to do well. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. I don't want people to get this expectation that you can just nose into anything. You will get HE spammed, kited out to the edge of the map, and obliterated by you know, putting yourself in a aggressive position like this, kind of as we did. But thank goodness our team pushed on the left, and it worked out very well for us. We'll go ahead and go back to port. Hopefully this game will end soon, and we can look at the scoreboard. But we got the high caliber, the fancy metal that everyone is so concerned about. Let's first look at our build, and I actually changed this from flammable cannoneer. That, I guess that 5% grouping does a lot, because that dispersion on certain shots was just, ugh, it was terrible. But a good day's work just to increase that damage control, or I don't know what you want to use for this build. You could change out this build, but like I said, I have a mix of secondaries and dispersion. So, you know, we're getting marksman here, as well as, you know, properly meticulous. So there's probably a few better builds, maybe in Scharnhorst herself or Celiax. But the stats of the ship, the HP, as you saw on the screen, 59, almost 60,000. I think with Hyde, you could get that up a little bit more, get a few more heals. I think you do lose access to Will to Rebuild, though, which would play very nicely into a divisional situation. I might need to try John Luke pickup for this build. Might be a true meme build in that situation. Yeah, you lose Will to Rebuild. But the artillery, 17.1 range without that little extra boost with flammable cannoneer. So decent range. You don't want to be out that far really anyway, but I like having, you know, at least 18 on my battleships, but 17's okay. There are 305s, not 310s. They are 305s. And the HE is alright with 27% fire chance with the AP at 9,400. No Citadels that game. I don't know what's going on with, you know, broadside cruisers and not getting Citadels, but such is RNG. Torpedoes, standard German, 6 kilometer range, 64 knots. We kind of got lucky with the mines there, and I should have played the torps on that Vanguard a tad bit better. But we wanted to get him off. We saw him turning, and we knew we were getting into a messy situation. So probably might have lived if we, you know, shot the Talon at the end there and then switched back to the Vanguard, but it doesn't matter. We did our job. We were like a hammer in there, so doing all right. Good top speed, and turning circle and rudder are actually kind of bad. Turning circle is not terrible for a battleship, but it's just not great. And then your concealment is awful. We were spotted there, and I've been spotted. I got spotted in the game earlier and then ran into a ship, and I got 3/4 of my health deleted in a legendary game. So my thoughts on the ship is it's fun. Like I said, it's going to be fun in a division, but I know everyone can't division with super unicums all the time. So if you're playing the ship solo, be prepared to be disappointed if your team is not aggressive. And honestly, that's 50% of the game. The games that I play, they were just not. Teams want to sit behind islands. They want everyone to spot for them and their new Minos and their HE spammers. And I get it. That's the meta. I'm a huge part of it. But it's just, yeah. So third on the leaderboard. Shout out to our team. This Baltimore played well. We got the high caliber and a good job by the mass being aggressive on the opposite flank. So not a superb game, but a good first look. I'll see if I want to play this any further in a division to get a nice little meme game going. But finish out the look here. The armor is pretty good. Thick nose with a nice little bow. Nice little icebreaker there. Good torpedo protection. Casemate or superstructure is German, so you can chunk this thing. It doesn't look that big though, so hopefully there's not that much HP stored in it. Casemate is alright. 50mm deck. So, but like I said, I got yeeted earlier from long range from a Kurfürst and Georgia or something. So the Citadel is actually pretty decent. It's right at the waterline, and I don't think you're gonna have I don't think it's gonna be easy to Citadel ship, but I have been Citadel with that plunging fire, which is kind of you know German. So no turtleback. Is the casemate? There's a slight turtleback on the I guess a reverse turtleback almost with that casemate. So yeah, just keep that in mind, which decreases that the angle up close, but increases it far away. So yeah. Ironclad, guns aplenty, and modest guns. Decent ship all around here. Our modifications are running. Reload. This is the only one you have in this slot. propulsion and aiming systems. So you do get the option to take the plane or whatever, but why would you choose? Why would you run a secondary build without the enhanced targeting? So a meme little game, a good first look. I hope you guys, I hope I would pick up the campaign, the Admiralty backing, but I would not buy the ship outright. I know I have a lot of German fans out there, and this is a fun ship, but it's just not going to be. It's not going to be game-changing in the current meta. If they change, the accuracy on this thing, or if they change overpens, this thing might be very, very good. You run a mixed accuracy secondary build with those torps. But yeah, that's my thoughts. 30,000 XP there, so a decent few games with some experience. But yeah, everyone have a good day. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and that's the first look video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Run out. Peace.